What's going on, peeps? This is Broseph here, just giving you guys a little bit of a Minecraft tutorial deal. Basically, through this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the different parts within Minecraft, teaching you guys about it, showing you through single player, multiplayer, and the different aspects around them. Right now, you can see I'm adjusting my settings just a little bit, just so that way you guys can hear me better. But that's around it. Just be sure to, when you guys play the game, not do what I do, and do as I say, not as I do. What I'm doing is basically learning the music, the note blocks, and stuff, so that way I can hear and speak to you guys better. But right now we're going to talk about the different worlds within Minecraft today. There is single player and multiplayer. Within single player, you can go ahead, create a world. There are different modes to single player. There's survival, the hardcore, creative. So that'll allow you to do the different game types. Within world options, you can put in different seeds, different world types. Like you can do super flat, large biomes, amplified, and customized. But we're gonna go default. We're gonna put on a bonus chest so I can show you guys what that's like. And we want it to generate structures. We're going to put in the seed YouTube, and we're going to allow cheats because I'm going to switch between creative and survival so that way you guys can see the differences. But we're going to name this tutorial so that way you guys can see the progression later on. But it's going to go through building the world, building the terrain. But one of the cool things with Minecraft is it's sandbox style game. It's mainly for surviving. Your whole goal is to survive, and it basically you're in a endless world. It generates infinitely that way, it generates infinitely that way, it generates infinitely that way, and that way, so on. When you spawn in, if you if you choose to get the bonus chest, it'll give you a little chest right next to you, gives you some materials, some food to help you survive. And then there are animals, or mobs as they are called. These drop meat, or wool. Sheep are cows, which I can show you when we go to the creative mode, which later on. But survival is basically you need to survive. And one of the cool things with survival is, like, if I went like this, boom, as you can see right there, I took fall damage. But since I had all of the food bar over here, I regenerated that really quickly. So that's that. Within Minecraft, there are different biomes, and it's just an awesome game because you are able to go through and look. It spawned like that with that dirt, but guess what? I don't want to put that dirt there. So I'm able to do that. Not many games allow you to do that, but Minecraft has had success with letting you do whatever you want and basically leaving the entire game up to you to create things, gather resources. But one of the main things you want to do when you spawn in is gather wood, so that way you can create tools, and yes, they do love their jokes, as you can see in the bottom left. So you want to gather tools and start off the game by trying to survive the first night. So you would then put the item in there, and see, I have birch wood. There are different types of wood that you can use, but as you can see, I only had the 2x2 crafting grid right there. When I put this down, which is the crafting table, I now have a 3x3, which allows me to create different items such as sticks, which I can use for different other things, buttons, as you can see there, or I could then do that. And if I put sticks in the bottom, I have a sword. Or if I wanted to do this, I have pickaxe. Or if I did that, an axe or a hoe. But there are so many different things that you can do with this. And it's basically up to you to learn at your own pace on how to create different things, how to further them progress in the game, because there are so many different things that you can have. And so many different things that you could get. Like, that would sand, that's grass, those are different types of trees. I don't know if I'm being redundant or not, but this is what Minecraft is. it's a very open style, open world, surviving. You don't need, it's like, it'll take a time. It's a time game. Like, you have to invest time into it. And as you can see also in the bottom, I did not have full hunger, but I was able to regenerate a little bit, but I am still down half a heart. And more hearts, and they do not generate back. And when you die, you are able to respawn. Those are cows right there, as you can see. There are just so many different things to this game that you can do, customize, like by building trees, making plants. There are caves which, when you go in, you can mine more resources than what you have. It gets pretty dark, so you're going to want to light it up with some torches, which you can craft. So there are also mobs such as zombies, and which do drop items like rotten flesh, which you can eat in a pinch if you are starting off the game, or if you are don't have food around. But there are sheeps, chickens, and cows which do drop items. Right now I'm going to switch over into creative mode, so that way you guys can see what it is like. You can see you can fly. Pressing the space bar helps you lift off, and then you just move normally. You can switch your character's screen display, so you can move your arm out to make more cinematic views of things. And then you can F5, which allows you to view your characters from behind. And then there is also the front view, which you can see there. There are different biomes to it. As you can see, there is swamp, hills, extreme hills. Villages are also things that spawn. They are basically, they have NPCs, which are non-playable creatures that wander around the town, and they have trading items, as such you can see right there. I will come over so you can see what they are like. This place has a blacksmith, which is really good because starting off the game, you need items. What are you going to do? You can try and craft them on your own, or you could just wander over here. And, oh, look. It has an iron sword, iron helmet, iron pick. Wow, this is actually a really good one. And then a bunch of apples, which are very helpful. And then the NPCs, they have different trading things. Like, you get to trade coal for this guy for emeralds. And then when you trade, you unlock new features. They even have crafting tables ready. So one of the tricks that I like to do is try and wander for one of these places where you can get food, and then some of those tools, and they even have good trades for you when you need them. But yeah, that's one of the things that are really helpful. Those villages, they make playing this game a little bit easier towards the beginning, but they help out a lot. Another thing to Minecraft is that there are ravines, which are basically caves that go kind of deeper than this. This is just like an open cave. And they have iron, coal, and if you can see, I'll do a little run through. They go kind of deep. I'll adjust the brightness on this so that way you can see a little bit better, but yeah, they have different items such as coal, andesite, different things that would allow you to have different building materials if you were building houses, or if you wanted to build your own little community or whatnot. And see, there's another village over here. Same thing applies. They have different resources and all that stuff. The whole goal with the first day is to try and find a place to get as many resources that you can out on the surface, and then try and find a nice place to bunker down during the night or hide out. Like, this place has another iron helmet, 2 swords, or 2 iron helmets, and then diamond horse armor, which horses are rideable, which are really, really cool. I don't know if we're going to get to see any of those or what, but I'll come back to here when it is nighttime, where you can guys see what that is like. There are also pumpkins, which are actually really cool if you are able to harvest them. It allows you to crunch them up, take it off, put it on your head and look at the cool fawn face, and you can see me there. I look kind of funny. Bleh. But yeah, I'll come back when it's nighttime. See you guys then. Welcome back, guys. As you can see, it's starting to finally turn night. The sun is setting, the moon is rising, and we are about to see what we came for. I'm going to take this off so that way you guys can see what is going on, or what I wanted to at least show you guys. What starts to spawn are zombies, which, as you can see, are right here. There are creepers, which, as you can see here, they explode when you're in survival and you get too close to them. They will explode. There are other mobs such as Endermen, which you do not want to look at because they will teleport to you and they are very powerful. They do drop ender pearls, which are later used for other things. These are skeletons, which are very ranged weaponed people because they have the bows and they are very accurate, which are very deadly. So being out at night is not a good idea. You can see, I stayed near the village because I also wanted to show you something. But before I do, I saw a spider around here, which is right here. These guys are also very powerful because there's two types to them. There's this type of spider, and then there are cave spiders. These spiders are too wide, and they are pretty deadly because they can fit underneath one high gaps. But the cave spiders have poison, and they are even more dangerous. As you can see somewhere around here, there should be zombies attacking this village. There are none, so we're going to give them a little help. So, excuse me. You can spawn the zombies in through creative mode like this, and they start to knock on the door and start to bang it down, bang it down, bang it down. And then when they eventually break in, they start to attack the villagers, and then the villager will then turn into a zombie villager, which can later be turned back into a normal person, but for now, they have turned into a zombie. Another thing to the game is that there are wolves, which will attack, and iron golems. Iron golems look like... and I'm glad I collected this pumpkin, because they look like this. And they are... I made it one too high, but they walk around basically and they destroy any mobs that come around. Like, boom, he will throw them up in the air until he dies. They are very helpful for defending places and such. They do take damage, so they can die, but when they die, they drop some of your iron back, but they are very helpful. So that's that. And it then does become a little crazy, as you can see outside. Do not stay outside during the night. The spawn radius is around 50 blocks around you for zombies, skeletons, and all that. So if you're going to try and not let them spawn, I would light up the area that you are going to be in during the night. And that would prevent them from spawning in. Unless they are beneath you, which are in caves, which, as you can see, they will be dark, so that they will spawn down there. So be careful where you light up or go. Another thing I would like to show you guys is the whole mechanism with the nether, which you will need obsidian, which you can mine through with diamonds, which are found in caves. And when you get to obsidian, you want to have a flint and steel. Oh, I still have that on. But you're going to make it 2 wide and then build up 3 and then just build 2 across, and you do not need the corners. A lot of people add the corners just because symmetry and OCD, and then boom, you got another portal. You just fly right into it if you are in creative, but if you are in survival, you need to stand in the blue mist until you until you are teleported. But you can see all this. This is netherrack. That's nether quartz, which but you eventually get out of the cave, or you can spawn in the open world. It has different resources such as glowstone, or I came out right here. I'm gonna put a bunch of obsidian there to help remind me, because you can get seriously lost in different places. One of the mobs exclusive to the Nether is the zombie pigmen. They can walk through your portals and just be in the overworld, which is the world that you saw before. A thing right here is a nether fortress, which is where entities such as these blaze are found. They drop blaze rods, which can be used for making potions and all that stuff. But that's a little about that. The Nether's fairly difficult if you do not have regen on, but if you do have regen on, it can be handled or managed at least. Just be careful if you're going to play it, but don't actively be like, oh, I'm just going to go hang out in the Nether for a while, and you will die. But there are also, everything here basically does not want you to live. Except the zombie pigmen, they're very peaceful until you hit them, and then they will attack you on sight. So I would recommend not hitting them. But back to the overworld, you can see it's still nighttime. You can also sleep away this nighttime by placing 3 wool and 3 planks underneath to create a bed, and then it will just send your night away. One of the reasons I love this game, though, is the beautiful landscapes that you can see right here. It's just amazing. This is what I love. You could just boop, make a nice little house right here, have these amazing hills on either side, or even build into the landscape. Make a nice little condo right there, overlooking a savanna with snow. Yeah, there's not a lot of logic, but it is one of the things that I love. It's just beautiful. Another place that you can go besides the Nether is also the End. The End is a very kind of fun place. It is the basic end goal for the game. It is. You can get there through finding these end portal blocks, which will be in strongholds. They'll be in a frame similar to this. Be careful though, because there are silverfish which spawn from blocks in there. It'll be in something similar to this, and it may have some of these Eyes of Ender in there. They'll be placed in like that or that or that. But when you end up filling them all, it'll generate a portal. It doesn't do it for creative. For some reason, I may be getting it completely wrong, but you'll find something like that, and boom, portal will open, and you just jump right in, and bloop, and you'd go to the end. Yeah, but the entities that you could fight are the Wither, which is the boss for the Nether, as well as the Ender Dragon. Spawn Wither. No, it's not. So you need Nether. Is it Netherrack or Soul Sand? we're going to try Soul Sand. So it's Soul Sand and Nether Skull. So you would do this. It's kind of similar to the Iron Golem. You go up, put one on either side, and then you put 1, 2, and then the third head, and it spawns a Wither. And you want to wait for a few minutes because it will create a giant explosion, and then you have to battle him. Boom, it's like such. And then he's just vulnerable to attacks. You want to have pretty good gear because he does launch basically explosions at you. So it's very difficult to manage, also by yourself. This is another reason to have servers. A lot of servers allow you to have friends on, such as 10 to 25 to 50 to 100 to a billion different people. So you could all take on the skeleton at the same time, all shooting your bows, or doing a bunch of different things, or swinging your sword and just being like, all right, I'm out, and then another guy comes in, and then another, but yeah, another entity that you fight is the dragon, which I don't know if you'll be able to spawn Endermite, spawn Enderman. No, I don't think you can. But that's the dragon's head, and it looks like similar to that. It's very big, and it is very difficult to fight. But yeah, that's a little bit of what I was talking about with the whole mobs and stuff. There are different structures that generate randomly within different biomes, and some of them have different traps, and some of them just have different resources that you can collect in the end, like at the end of the structure. Just remember, this game is a lot of fun. It's open world sandbox, which means you can collect different things from it. Single player is fun, but what one of the things I like is multiplayer. So when you go in multiplayer, you can see I like Mineplex. You join the server like that, and boom, Mineplex, you are here. They have a lot of stuff on screen so you can see. One thing you can do is change the size of your chat. Chat shown, you can turn it off, or you could have it shown, just scale it down a little bit so that way it's not as obnoxious. So yeah, and then there are different games to play here, like Wizards, UHC, Bridges, Skywars, survival games. Each of them have their own different style to them and different like what you're going to do. There's also building games, Wither Assault, like as you saw the Wither. There's running, one in the quiver, dragon escape, like you run away from the dragon. Like we'll do this. Click to join instantly, just so I can show you guys the dragon. We're gonna choose that jumper class. But the whole goal is to escape the dragon that's on the end, and just escape from him. We're joining, and you will see in here, dragons will start to spawn, and the whole goal will be to escape. Oh, and I died. But this allows me to show you guys that would be what the dragon is like, and his goal was for this game is to knock out the ground behind you. So you need to keep running until you are able to see and basically do parkour to get through all of this until you're able to get to the last section, which is over there, I believe, and it allows you to complete the entirety quest. I'm not actually sure. I think the end might be right here. But yeah. That's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little insight into Minecraft. I will see you guys in the next video. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments.